It's No Ums video number 44, where I check in on my vocal progress for the week. And I did my homework. I actually went back and watched my vocal video for this week, which was from Patsy Rudenberg's The Need for Words, where the assignment was take a statement and do a debate on it. Something that's going to open up a debate on a subject. And mine was you can have too many books was my topic, which I took inspiration from Lindsay at Lindsay Reads, who did a video on this just recently, mostly just taking it as a general subject, not really reacting to her video. uh, Rudenberg said come up with 7 points, go through each point, make sure you do a sort of a 2 minute or some kind of a diversion in the middle of a little bit of a digression, for about 2 minutes, and then return back to your main topic again. I did all these things. I really tried to keep it in point form. Just this is the next thing I'm going to discuss. This is the next thing I'm going to discuss. So I wasn't continually looking down at the notes, because that is my kryptonite. I will look down and I will start using the dreaded filler words in my sentences. And that said, I did do a bit of umming in the video, but I think it was fairly fluent, altogether. From taking the subject, I very rapidly just came up with 7 points, tried to semi-organize them. Some of the points, to be honest, probably blended into each other, but it was a fairly organic conversation about the topic. And yeah, I enjoyed doing that. It's one of these good, I can see it's like a good muscular exercise, and something I should keep in mind for when I do see videos or topics out there where I go, here's something where I will try and do a short video on this. Let's come up with, probably more organically, just come up with however many points I have, and then just film the video and just put these in my back pocket. Primarily as an exercise, but also as potentially I might get a video out of it that I can publish. It's not bad. So yes, thank you, Rudenberg. That is a good idea, and also giving myself permission to say, okay, here you're going to do a digression. You've got 2 minutes, but then you have to come back to the actual topic again, is a good practice for when a digression comes up in your mind as you're speaking, to go, oh, I'm in a digression. Okay, 2 minutes, and then back in again. To try at least. It would be a good habit if you find yourself prone to digressions, which I do, to practice getting back to the main topic again. So that was good. This was a week where, yesterday I actually missed my vocal exercises, my physio exercises. I missed them. I have a little circle there. So that is strangely enough, that is a good thing. I'm so consistent with it. It might look like, if you looked at my calendar, he doesn't really keep track of that, or he lies to himself and he says, oh sure, it kind of did it. It's like, nope, I didn't do it yesterday. Therefore, I get the big circle around it. That is a good thing. I finished, the big thing is I finished Orlando Furioso in my Reading Out Loud series. So I'm continuing on just doing reading from the Rattle Bag, just reading a single poem from the Rattle Bag each day when I don't miss it entirely. And the thought is, while I'm doing that, is to go back and come up with some video ideas, very specific, narrowly focused video ideas on little parts of Orlando Furioso, and try and do little topics on it. Film a couple of videos on there. If one of them is usable, use that as one of my videos coming for the new year. A little bit of a touching base of, hey, I've been reading Orlando Furioso. Here's me talking about one tiny little bit of it, versus trying to talk about the whole the first half of the poem, which is like over 700 pages long. I do not, that would just be a terrible video. But doing a narrow focus video on, I think, the weird matriarchal society that Aristo portrays or portrays in the poem, or the sorceress Alfina, I think that's her name, who ensorcers all these men and feminizes them, which is like, oh, that's an interesting kind of little video in itself. Just like little topics that you could talk about this video. The things that stuck out to me that obviously are interesting to me in the video, kind of in relation to in relation to women, in relation to masculinity and this very macho thing. It's obviously connects in well with the other things on masculinity, like Daryl that I've just read. So yeah, to do videos like that going forward. So yeah, that has been my week. That sounds a little goaly, doesn't it? But that's my goal for the Orlando Furioso. The reading out loud part of it has paused, so I'm going to. I'll probably retape up the next half of the poem next month. So I'm trying to work up some videos on those particular topics, go back and kind of really sink into the text at those particular points, just to try and get a little bit more out of the poem by working my way in to particular little parts of it, which should be fun. And I just did a little reading out loud, actually. My reading out loud today was I read out a part of The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich by William Shirer, which it was a bit different. It's just reading a little selection out of a history book and talking about that afterwards as my vocal video for the day, as well as kind of a attempt, at least, at doing a little video on the rise and fall of Nazi Germany. It was at least a dry run for that. I think if I was going to actually release that as an actual video, I might try it again. All right. I've been Jay, Noam's video number 44. Out.